What's up, everyone? So, I want to challenge everybody. And I know most of the people in this YouTube community are probably already doing this challenge and doing an excellent job at it because you guys are just really awesome people. But the biggest thing I want to challenge you on is doing right by people and doing right by yourself and always striving to get a little bit better each day. Always doing your best to make the world shine a little bit brighter because it has your presence in it. And take the time to remind people that you love them and that you care about them and that it doesn't matter that they have their flaws because you know they can do better too. I think sometimes we can get caught up in our own human emotions and it's difficult to see past it. But when you do, you can actually really strengthen bonds and you can help someone see their full potential. I was actually talking to two of my clients about this yesterday, and it was two very long, intense, interesting conversations. And one of them was basically speaking to this woman owns 5 locations, right? She owns a Derma Health, and she's one of my favorite people. She's a very strong woman with very strong ambitions, and she goes after what she wants and she gets it. And she's a very kind human being too, and she has very excellent moral standing. Like, I consider her a mentor and she considers me a mentor as well. We feed off of each other. And I was talking to her and I said, I don't want to sound cocky, but I have just accepted that there's something rare about me, because I hear that all the time. It's not something that I say about myself. I don't think it's really up to debate if you believe it. It doesn't matter when you believe something. It's when everybody else believes it. And I'm like, I've accepted there's something rare that I do with other people. And I don't see it as a rare thing. I think it's something we all have. I think it's a capability we all have. And that is taking the time to really care about someone and show them the true potential that they have, and letting them attempt things and failing at it and being okay when they do fail, being okay when they do screw up, really, really screw up. And she agreed. And she said, you have a natural patience about you. Someone can do something and you're okay with it. And you show them the way. The way of their own greatness. And it got me thinking a little bit. And I said, well, I don't look at the actions they do. I look at what they can be. And I think if people did that a little bit more, if they could see what an individual is capable of, regardless of what they do, you'd see the world in a much different light. I think it's a very empowering thing to do. And honestly, it's not to say let people screw you over. That's not what I'm saying at all. But what I am saying is look at the potential a person has. Because if you look at their potential, you'll take the time to hear their story. And I'm telling you, you'll really understand why certain people do what they do. It might not make sense at first, but when you hear the story, it starts to make sense. It starts to come together. I've dealt with so many different people, so many different stories, so many different places, and I've seen it all, I think. I'll tell you if I find something new. But I've dealt with sociopaths, psychopaths, narcissists. I've dealt with those who want to empower people no matter what, those who love people no matter what, those who actually can overlove or love incorrectly, those who don't love themselves enough but loves the entire world too much. Because I think you can love everyone else too much and not love yourself enough and be treated incorrectly too. I've seen a lot, and I want to keep finding more people, keep hearing more stories, and keep changing as many lives for the better as I can. My biggest thing is I want people to say, my life is better because I had Clifford in it. That's what I want people to say. And I want to challenge you all to have people say those exact same things. I want you to do your best so that other people look into it and say, my life is better because such and such is in it. And I think we can all do it. I think we're all capable. I think we're all amazing human beings. And so the other client that I spoke to about this, it was funny because he said to me, how do you trust people that give you reason not to trust them? And I had told him, you still stand for your standards, your morals, even if their morals are unjust and incorrect. You stand by what you stand by, but you still root for them. You still want the best for them, no matter what. You still see that shining light that is in them, no matter what wicked things they do, no matter how dark they get. You still see it. Because I'm telling you, I don't think people want to be that way. I really don't. I think they think that's the only way they can be. And when they change, it's one of the coolest things ever. Like, it really is. Like, to see a person really go from being and doing bad things to doing right by people and building people up. Like, I've never seen anyone say, I don't like being like a good, genuine person. I have never seen that. But I think it does take practice. It does take work. And it's not to say that it's hard, but it is to say it's easy to do the wrong thing, but it's also easy to do the right thing. And I think when you practice doing the right thing more often, it becomes that much easier. And if you practice doing the wrong thing more often, it becomes easier to do. But when people practice doing the wrong thing, they really don't want to be that way. That's just all they know. When they change it, we're social creatures. We want to be around other people. We want to be needed and to be loved and to be cared for. And it's finding what's that inner source. Like I always say, go inward, not outward. But even though we are intrinsically trying to build ourselves, we do still function in an extrinsic world. So it does go both ways. So when you treat others right, and I mean genuinely treat them right, you will get it back tenfold. You will get it back every single time. And so I hope you guys take the challenge, and I'd love to hear some of your thoughts. Let me know, like, when do you take the time to really lift someone up when maybe they don't deserve to be lifted up? And that's okay. You lift them up anyway. You lift them up because you know there's something special in them. So anyway, I hope you guys have a great day, and I'll talk to you later.